Hey guys, Teragi here with a new video on PB Luffy, this time with a few changes you'll see here. From the last video, I've cut out the Frankie blocker entirely. The way I felt was, it was nice as a blocker, but what would happen versus matchups like Enel, it would end up getting rested, and then versus Lucy, it would end up getting bottom decked anyways. And being a 5k body, it just ends up being an easier target when it is eventually rested, so I ended up just cutting it entirely. In exchange, I've added Brook, who I was using at different points in time in OP13 and 14, which is a really great card, and in combination with the A-cost Nami, it'll end up getting Rush, meaning you can get value from it right away in those later stages of the game where you really need it. In combination with the Brook, you have cards like Gum Lightning that's been teched in now, letting you target a larger body and just going ahead and clearing it out. And even if you don't have the Brook early game, the Gum Lightning is really good versus cards like Cavendish or Holly versus the Enel matchup. Seen a lot of use cases there. And so to make room for these and then adding one copy of Zoro back in just to have a little bit more consistency early game, I've cut down on the Pirate Docking 6s, down to 2 copies. Just because I had a lot of games where I'd end up losing Gum Giant to this card crash effect. It can still obviously happen with the Chopper as well, but just having less chances of that happening has been very helpful. And having this Brook has been super clutch in some of these matchups. Overall, I've seen some debate on the Zombie Luffy, the 7-cost Luffy getting removed entirely. I can kind of see the point. Maybe with us wanting to play the Brook out, it might be better to drop the Luffy entirely, add, for example, like another copy of Brook, another copy of Sanji. That's been pretty good versus like the Enel matchup, makes it a little bit easier to rest those bigger bodies. Still haven't decided yet what I'm going to end up doing with it. Overall, I still do like this card, so I will probably run at least one copy, but this is a list that I ran for the video today, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of those matchups. We have Sky Island Luffy. We're going second here. Hand looks okay, could be better. We don't get any real value from Gum Lightning in this matchup, so we'll go ahead and mulligan this. Let's bring this mic a little bit closer. Okay, so this hand looks pretty good. We have some search options. We have a ramp option as well. And so double searcher or one search. I think we want the double. We do lose the Giants here, which is pretty bad. We'll do one more here. I guess we'll grab a Brook. And we'll go ahead and pass. So next turn we can double play out 2 bodies. We can play the Robin, get 3 Dawn, play Zoro, and then just give 1 Dawn back. Sounds pretty good to me. We'll go ahead and take this one. Because as soon as he plays Calgara out, we don't really want to take life. May as well do that. At least we get 1 Giant out of it. And so here again, just because we do have the option, I do want to just play double bodies out so that we can be a little bit more aggressive on board. Play the Zoro here, -1, bring back 1, so no net neutral on Dawn, but we do get it active instead of rested, giving us +1 cost. Then we can just swing 6 to face here. Should take. I don't imagine he gives us a 2k this early, and we'll go ahead and pass. So next turn, ideally, we find the Beer Luffy somehow, some way, but if not, I think I'm perfectly fine just playing out the Brook. Swings another 6. I'm fine taking this one as well. He doesn't have that Calgara out yet. And that would give us potentially 1 more search for the Beer Luffy, which comes in just in time. So we'll swing 5. Let's see. We know what this top card is. Yeah, so we can just swing 5, 5, and then 8. Sounds pretty good to me. There's an argument to play the Zoro out instead of swinging with these, but I don't think it's worth it. I think the only thing we'd be scared of is a Zeus, which I think only pops a 5 cost or less. If he uses that to take one of these, I am fine with that. So we're looking pretty good. Next turn, probably looking to play out the Brook, maybe the Chopper alongside with it. Swings a 5 into 4, we can go ahead and give that one up pretty easily. We might try to defend this if he just swings a raw 6. It's because I do like having the extra body, but if he swings a 7 into it, I will not defend. So yeah, that can go away. Swings a 7. We can gladly give a 1k here. So I think we play this Chopper first, get some cards in trash. Go here, we do see the Luffy, which is great. So we can just play this out. I think the minus cost on these guys doesn't matter that much if he's going to just take a life instead. So I think I'm good just developing, playing Pirate Docking 6. And then alongside with that, the Zoro. Well, we have in trash already. Don't want to lose my next Giants. But I think we can do this and then just grab the Nami for next turn. I think we will do that. So we'll grab that. We'll swing 7 to face. Plays out a Searcher, which is totally fine. I think we swing another 7, play out our Searcher here, leave 1 Dawn up for Giant, and then we can pass. Plays another Shura, which is okay. He saw the Heal Zoro last time, he has a Satori now. So he has 2 Zoros in hand. He has the Satori. And do we know anything else he has? That might be it. I think that's it. So let's play that last Searcher, see what we find. Sanji seems like our best option here. Don't really want to pick up any bricks. And we'll go ahead and pass. So next turn, likely looking to play out this Nami into the Zombie Luffy. If not, we could play the Beer Luffy out again. Kind of just depends on what happens here. But I think we can give up this Brook, not really that useful in this matchup. Nine cards in hand, 1 life is pretty annoying. May just heal with the Zoro here for 4, maybe even double heals. Going up to 3 life. Let's see, is there ever a world where we play something else? I don't think so. And I do need to be wary of the events, buffing up the Luffy here. If we can avoid using it until after he swings, that would be best. But obviously that is not entirely up to me. Here we can definitely just give a 2k. Could swing 10 into it. I don't know what else he does with 3 Dawn. Maybe another Search. But 10 doesn't seem right. 9 Elite I'm fine taking though. And we see the last giant that will probably see this match. It's pretty nice. Let's actually just swing 7 first, not really show any information yet. Plays counter event, which is fine. So we can go ahead and play out that Nami. We play out this zombie Luffy. We'll swing 7 to face. You can go ahead and swing 8 to face now. Just having that plus cost, just in case there's anything I'm not remembering. Swing 9. He does have the Zoro to heal 1. Might have the golden rifle as well in hand. But I think we're okay just passing here. We have 2 done up for Giant. We have 1 card to trash out for it. And if he stays at no life, then the Luffy doesn't get buffed. Of course, he does heal. But he doesn't have the counter event in hand, or at least he wants to save it as a counter event, which is perfectly fine as well. So this is where it gets a little spooky. Because we want to counter out of these as swings as much as we can. Swings 9. Meaning what? Biggest attack could be 7, 8, 9, 10, plus whatever he gets from the buff here. I think we can just take this. We do trigger. And we find a 2k, which is super nice. These don't matter, I think, at this point. It's a matter of, does he want to go for game, though? I don't think so. And we have double giant. If he does somehow just buff like crazy, then hopefully we have enough cards to deal with that. Being a 7k lead does make it a little bit harder for him, because he can't swing effectively here. And so, okay, yeah, just to avoid any potential scary scenarios over here, we can just swing, or we can just counter 11, and then we can use Giant for that last swing. Doesn't matter where you target it at this point. Cool. Yeah, so then pretty good that we ended up not using Giant against this swing, because this was plus 5k. So here I think it's just math. Just swing 9, and then attach all here, and that should just close it out. Yep, so we end up taking that versus Yellow Luffy and Yellow Luffy, and we can go ahead and move on to the next one. Ooh, okay, interesting. We have Marshall D Teach, and we have a lot of on plays. We have a lot of one attacking as well, so maybe it's not as punishing as it used to be. I think we'll take second here. And this looks good, so we'll go ahead and keep this. We may not get that ramp option, but we do have a few searches. We have the chopper, may not get the trash either, but a few ends up happening here. Finds a dot Q. Go ahead and use our... Do we want to use this to start getting trash now? Maybe we do. We already have a giant, so it's less likely we just pitch one that way. So we come here. And I think we grab the 2k, and we'll go ahead and pass. And so I guess maybe trash actually doesn't matter that much if we don't get the on play for the 8 cost Tsunami. So maybe this was better. I guess we can always raw play out the... Oh, okay, so he does do that. That's fine. So no on plays for us. So we'll just swing 6. Play Zoro and we'll pass. Yeah, so like I was saying, because we don't have a real way to play out the zombie Luffy from trash, maybe trashing isn't the best option, and just regular search would have been better in this case, but I think it'll be fine. We can always just raw play out the other guy here. And so we don't get the on play for anything. I think we just still get this out just because it does have that extra cost. We'll swing a 5, we'll swing a 6 to add +1, make it a little bit harder for him to get into. And then we'll just pass here. And so this card seems really great versus the Teach matchup. Just because it's very, very sticky body with the +7 cost. Harder to remove. Finds full lead stage, so that's good for him. Not as good for us. Now I remember playing this matchup in OP09, it was just really, really hard just because we relied heavily on those on-play abilities. That's less accurate now. Swings a 5. Fine, just giving this. And does choose to not swing the Burgess, which is okay. I think we actually want to just go for face here. 4 cards in hand, only 2 life. See, if he minus power on this, there's minus cost on this, be 7 minus 3 is 4. He could black hole it. Maybe we want to clear this instead. Maybe we clear this. I think we gamble. I think I'm good with the gambling. I think it's 7-7, play out the Luffy, hope for the best. He won't be at 10 Dawn just yet, he'll be just hitting 9, so he shouldn't have any scary blockers for us to worry about. And here, asking for 2k, 1k should be pretty punishing with only 3, potentially 3 cards in hand. After that, yep, that is pretty good. We'll play this, and we'll pass. So you need to have a black hole to easily clear this. This would -6 it. Leave it at 1, so it would be KO'able. If he does have another Van Augur, that could be a problem. Searches a Burgess instead, though, so that tells me maybe he doesn't have it. Does have stage for one more try at it, though. It looks like he is going to try to go for it. It does have black hole. But, I mean, this is such a low hand size that maybe we can just close the game out here. Yeah, I think he recognizes that as well. 12. I think we have to counter out of this if we want to have any chance of winning. 5 to 5 I will gladly take, thank you very much. So even if we assume it's 2k, 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 the most he can do is 11. It's not likely it's all... well, he has a Burgess, or he had a Burgess. How many 2ks does he have in trash? So I think we do 10 with Pirate Docking 6. That would be asking for 2k, 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 right? Or 2k, 2k, 1k? Is my brain off? What's going on? So if I swing 10, he needs to have 6k counter. So this would assume all 2Ks. I don't think that's the case. If it is, then I guess we might be in a pickle. I don't think that's true though. Well, so this makes it pretty hard for him to counter out of. If he has it, he has it, and then after that we can swing 12, and then that would be impossible to counter out of because it's all 2Ks. The most he would be able to do is 12K. We'd be swinging 12, so we should just have it here. I think my brain shut off, but that should just do it. Yep. And so not all the cards were 2Ks. He did have the 10 cost Blackbeard, he had the Kuzan, and we go ahead and take this. We have Lucy now. We're going second here, which I think is fine. Maybe Lucy wants first, but I think our second curve is better just to hit the Beer Luffy when we need to. We have the Chopper to actually have trash this time. Fellow Betty Searcher, what do you find? Fire Fist, which one is this? Okay, so that's not going to come into play for a while, and it doesn't seem that good. At least not by itself. Play this Chopper. I think we just go ahead and grab that Beer Luffy back in, and we can go ahead and pass. Just because I know he does have some removal, I don't think he'd use it on the Chopper, but I'd rather just guarantee I have it instead of just letting it sit for a turn. 5 to lead, I'll go ahead and take this first one. Another 5 to lead. I'll give you one of these. And see, yeah, we could have had a good swing here now. Now we don't get it. Let's do a search. We see a giant. I think we will just go ahead and take that. Missing out on this zombie Luffy, but all things considered, not too bad. So we'll swing 7. And we'll pass. Next turn, we'll be looking to play out this Beer Luffy. Turn after that, we'll be probably Pirate Docking 6 into something else. Maybe the Chopper or another Zoro if we see it. We'll go ahead and take this swing. I think the only thing that would have been nicer here would have been the Gum Gum Lightning. Didn't end up finding it this time around, at least not yet. So we'll go ahead and ramp. Then we'll swing 8, taking them down to 2 life. Probably. And we'll go ahead and pass. Could potentially play out Brook from trash and swing into these as well. Depending on what he plays out this turn, probably the Sabo blocker. So he does play out that Sabo, plays an event, drawing 2 and trashing 1, which is pretty good. Playing out another Cavendish here, getting a little bit of cycling. And so I think we do want to just go ahead and play that Brook out. Here we'll minus here, return 1. We'll minus here and here, making it a little bit harder for him to defend. We do end up cutting one of those Cavendish, which is nice. We'll become a 7K lead again. Does block it again, doesn't get it for free though. We get a swing of 8s into face, hopefully takes that, he does. Maybe a trigger? Does this deck run very many? Maybe he just searches? Ooh. What do we lose? Okay. I mean, that sucks, but it's not the worst. We'll go ahead and pass. I'd like to defend this if I can. I believe. I don't know for sure, but it'll probably just play another Sabo, maybe minus his power or something. Play stage, maybe just looking for the Sabo if he doesn't have it yet. But 7 done, I would think. This is super dead. But at least we still keep this, which is not bad. Eight. I think we do have to defend. Do we? I think we can take this one. Yeah, just in case you want to swing here, we can give a 2k, 1k to let us bring that back with Pirate Docking 6. That's fine. We'll get rid of you in just a moment. And actually, I guess we'll just play that Beer Luffy again. Makes the most sense here. Does choose to defend it. We'll swing over here instead. That's a 4. We're already buffed, so no need to do that again. No way he gives us 4k counter, right? Okay, cool. We'll swing 7, and I think we just played this this blocker to keep us a little bit safer. If it's Roger, I think we're fine. But this way he doesn't get to remove one of our bodies for free. Only has the one blocker that we can not actually rest, actually. But we can rest this one. And yeah, I can see what this Brook is added to the deck now. It feels super, super nice into this Sabo. And it makes clearing these Cavendishes much, much easier. Okay, just pops with Fire Fist, plays a Sabo. Does end up getting to pistol that out. 7 cards in hand. We will give that one up. Doesn't seem like he'd swing this. If he swings, I think we just kill him. Ooh, okay. We'll give it 2k, 1k. We could KO. That'd be 2 Dawn. That's less swings, but I guess we don't need that many swings. So let's say we do 9, 2k, 2k, 1k, 2k, 2k, 1k. Yeah, we should have this here. We just need to clear this Rebecca, so we'll go ahead and do that now. Minus a Dawn, minus here. So do we do 10 then? 10, 11? Do 11, 11? 2k, 2k, 2k. I think we can do 10 and then 12. Maybe is a little better. 2k, 2k, 1k seems unlikely. And yep, we ended up taking that. Did have the Roger, but we were just too fast. Broke MVP for this one, and we ended up taking it. All right, GP Luffy back once again. We want to take first or second? I don't know. I actually don't know. Because if we're at less Dawn, which we would be if we go second, I think that's better for us. So I think we go second. We just don't ramp, maybe? We can keep this. We'll search. What do we find? We see the beer Luffy. We see some other good options. But I think this is gonna be the target 9 times out of 10. And yep, this looks good. We'll go ahead and pass. Maybe just a searcher if he has it. I don't know that GP has any 3 Dawn turns besides maybe playing out like a blocker or a searcher. I don't know that many lists run the stage anymore either. But let's see what he ends up doing. And I think Brook should be really nice in this matchup again, if I remember correctly, just because it made it easier to swing into the Sanji puddings, and once those are gone, the matchup's a lot easier. But my man is thinking. A lot to consider on 3 Dawn. Does end up playing that Nami. Choice paralysis is gone. What will he find? We will see. I know he's strong, so I'll go all out from the start. Which freezes 7 or less, so we can't really defend that effectively, which is okay. So we don't ramp, because we want to avoid Sanji pudding, getting that extra card draw. So we can play a search, play the Zoro, attach 1, swing 6, which seems pretty good to me. If he would let me play at least. And always in this matchup, want to be aware of that double attack Luffy that rips a life. Even if he's at 0 life, he can still swing twice. So just something to keep an eye out for. Don't want to get down too much. Usually I'm fine going down to 2 life early. And it's not like we have to worry about putting anymore, especially not in a matchup that doesn't run it in the first place because it was a blue card. And so this will be nice if we can find a Brook. Let's play a search, see if we find one. We don't, but we do get a 2k. We'll play the Zoro, -1, bring back 1. So no real ramp. We'll swing 6, again, just to avoid any additional card draw with the Sanji pudding. And we'll go ahead and pass. And I guess the downside is that I don't get... So actually, maybe the Beer Luffy was wrong here, and I should have just grabbed the Brook. 1 for the Sanji pudding, and then 2 because he'll probably just end up being at 4 Dawn, so we don't get the buff from it anyways. But plays the Zoro Juro, doesn't have it, so it does not even matter. We'll just end up using Gum Gum Lightning on it. But I guess that depends on if he uses this or not. Does find that Rush Luffy double attack, or restand rather. Swing 6, we'll go ahead and take this one. And because he is at 5, didn't minus, I don't want to clear this just yet. I'm fine. Cost doesn't matter that much. So I think we want to swing 6 here to ask for a 2k. And then we'll swing 7 with leader. If I remember correctly, this is a very light list of 2Ks that GP Luffy runs. I think it was mostly just the blockers, Sanji, and then the Usohachi, and I think that's it. I know some of them ran for Nosuke. I think that's rotated out now. Well, let me see if I can find a popular list to see if I was right. It looks like I am. So okay, does get the Sanji pudding now. Doesn't get that card draw, which is great. Swing 6 into 5. And I think I do want to defend in this case, which seems a little weird, but if you want to swing into it again, he can. I normally wouldn't, but I think because these are such cheap counters, I'm fine doing that. If he wants to do, yeah, that's totally fine. So what do we do here? I think we search. We do find a brook. I don't think we have a chance to play him if we want to clear these guys out. I think I do want to, so we'll swing 8 here. Maybe just gives it up entirely. But definitely always want to swing first with this Beer Luffy while they're at 5 or more Dawn, just because he could potentially use Gum Gum Giant, go under, and then you don't get the value from it. If you do this first, you still get the 7k lead, even if he minuses afterwards. And it's also just the cheapest swing we can do where it's just attaching 1 Dawn. Does give it up, which is nice. And so I do want this Brook, but I think he can wait. So this will be 2 Dawn that we're using. We'll swing 8 here, and we'll swing another 8, and then we'll use that lightning. Swing another 8, adding +1 cost. This will still get potentially frozen, but I think that's okay. And we'll pass. Next turn we could just play another one of these if it does get frozen, just become a 7k lead again. But let's see if he ends up choosing to do that. Swings 8. I think we can just take this first one. I don't think he'll do another bigger swing. Find Pirate Docking 6, which doesn't do a whole lot for us right now. Swings another 8, so maybe just another search. We'll give it 2k this time. And looks like he does end up just freezing. So I think we just play another one of these. We can swing 7 to 6, put up a blocker, and then put up Giant, and we should be okay. Could rest it with Usohachi, but he already has pitched 2 of them, and maybe he gives us a 3rd one here, depending on what counter he has in hand. Sounds good. Play a blocker and we'll pass. And so if he does play that Luffy, that 6 Dawn, he gets 4 Dawn back, so he goes up to 8s. Rest the blocker, which is pretty annoying. 6 Dawn active, value from Sanji Pudding. Can he close here? I don't think so. Maybe. I didn't think about this card, so that actually does seem pretty bad. If he swings 6 or 7 here, or I guess maybe 8, I think we live. If he does anything else, it might be harder. Because we can take one of these. Depends on what we end up drawing. We've seen a bunch of 2Ks already, which means we're not likely to see more. We have 10 total. We've seen 5 of them. 33 cards in the deck. Makes that a little spooky. We do have to counter out of this one, and then this will be that big double attack. 13, 13. Oh, chooses to Luna instead. So we do get a chance to live a little bit longer here. We have 6 Dawn active total. What do we want to grab back? Probably just an Usohachi here. And then what's our best bet for staying alive? Can we stay alive? Maybe not. 2 cards, probably has giants. Can we go for it? We swing 8s. What does he give us? Does use 1 giant, so he will have less Dawn to work with. So maybe we just swing big into this Luffy instead. Yeah, I'll swing 11 to the Luffy. If he wants to use Giant to protect it, he has less Dawn to work with the next turn, which I don't hate. He does end up just giving that up, so we'll go ahead and pass. Yeah, all these freezes are pretty annoying. I can see why this came back into the meta with this counter event and then Luna as well. Swing 7 into 7. Searches, maybe looking for another one of these guys. Does not find it. Swing 7 into 7 again, we'll give it 2K. Freezes again. So we're just not allowed to have fun this game. Seven or less, could I have done anything? No. Okay. So that's fine. If he swings 8, I'd be surprised. I don't think he would do that. Maybe just plays a blocker out. Yep, just plays with that blocker. Can we do anything about it? Not really. We'll swing 10 here. But I think we've lost. All these freezes have been pretty punishing. Unless he, for some reason, tries to clear board, which he shouldn't. With only 2 cards in hand, he should have it. Alright, that is it for the video on PB Luffy. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, this list is not, I think, the definitive list. I think we're getting closer and closer with this Brook. It's always being tweaked. Again, like I mentioned at the very beginning, I'm not 100% on keeping 2 copies of this Luffy, and especially against matchups like GP Luffy, where pretty much everybody we have out right now, like the Beer Luffy and the Brook, will get frozen by Luna and the counter event that Luffy runs. It may be better to find ways to slot in higher cost cards, in which case this does come in pretty handy. I think the Sanji just is outside of that threshold, and then Pirate Docking 6 again will also be outside of that threshold. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what works for you guys, what cards you think are worth teching in. The feedback that you guys have given has been super helpful in figuring out what this list looks like going forward. So as always, I appreciate the time. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next one.